How do you deal with criticism in the sports world?
Everybody has their opinions, and you know what? They're entitled to them, but just like you're entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to not listen. And I do think, though, it's really important to understand. I don't read comments anymore, and I do want to hear when fans think that the show, you were talking too fast for me to understand. I want to hear things that I can work on and be better to help people feel like they're more of in the conversation in their living room. I think you just have to sort out understanding that when people have mean-spirited things to say, they're probably dealing with something themselves.
Man. So in today's video, we got to talk about Malika Andrews, man. And it's not looking too good for Malika Andrews, especially because people started putting together this little script that she's been running on ESPN to slander Black fathers during the NBA draft. And I don't have to do the rundown of Malika Andrews and the whole entire situations that she's been a part of with slandering Black NBA players and Black men in general, right? We all know that. We all know who she's married to. This is her husband right there. And, she was trying to keep her marriage out of the limelight, right? But, everybody was just exposing way too much of her life. So, they couldn't control it. They had to come out and reveal, hey, they're dating and stuff like that. But that's not the purpose of this video. Like I said, I don't want to give you guys a full rundown of Malika Andrews because I've done plenty of videos covering her. But if you guys don't know, remember Malika Andrews not too long ago tried to respond to the backlash of how she feels about Black men, right?
And no one is meant to know that much about what people think of them. Right. And I've gotten much better at not looking. There was a time in which I would search my name, this, that, and the other. I've quit that, but it doesn't mean you don't feel it. I have no idea how you do it with the amount of people. But I think if I feel that, I can only imagine how that feels for you and how you deal with it. I want to be two things. I want to be accurate and I want to be fair.
For sure, yep.
And if I'm not one of those two things, you might not always like me, but this is my number. Please call me. And people have called and they've said that. And I say that oftentimes before, especially before I'm talking to folks about something that is sensitive or tough, because these things come up. And it is hurtful. Like I think that's okay to say sometimes. It hurts. Even it doesn't matter if it is someone who is credible or someone with a big platform, or if it's someone in their mom's basement just firing off a post. Sometimes it is hurtful when that seeps through, particularly for me when it's not true.
Right. And
that's been the hardest part for me sometimes is stomaching the falsehoods, particularly, this you hate Black men, or think that couldn't be farther from the truth, and using my family or the way that my family looks as some sort of evidence of that. And that is just untrue.
For sure.
And is just unkind.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
So that's Malika Andrews responding to the backlash. And we all know that was full of crap because she just did it again, man. And like I said, she's running this script to disrespect Black men live on ESPN during the NBA draft. So this video right here that I want to show you guys, I want you guys to pay attention to the audio because she's going to repeat the same thing multiple times with these young guys that's coming in the NBA draft. Let's check out this clip right here. And if you can, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That really does help support my YouTube channel. And I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Yaxel credits his mother, Giselle, with saving his life when he was struggling in high school. And he told me that when he walks across the stage, he wants people to know that there were so many times, he said, that it was hard for me to believe in myself and he was close to giving up. And this woman, Giselle, it was his mom, who used to call him every single draft night and ask him, are you watching? Because someday this could be you and someday this could be us. And Yaxel found out that his mom had appendix cancer last fall, and she's still in that fight. But he told me that this moment is for her. You can see that here. A tremendous story, Jay, and a tremendous player.
And NCAA champion, you see him there, Carlos Boozer. But it was his mom, Cameron told me, who drove him to every single practice, every tournament, helped him find all of his trainers. He, of course, played with his twin brother, Caden, at Duke as well.
Okay, so that's the clip right there, right? And everybody was going in on her in the comments like, yo, how are you disrespecting black fathers like that? Like, yo, you act like they don't have their dads in their life. Like, look at how they didn't even acknowledge Carlos Boozer at all. This is a guy who paid his dues in the NBA, and y'all can't even show him a little bit of love during the NBA draft while his son is getting drafted, right? It's just they ran that same script, word for word. She ran the same script with these players. And it's like, oh, their mom called him every day with camp. Like, she didn't even change one word out of the script. The only thing that she changed is just swapping the players' names. Like I said, man, the script got exposed. And it just goes to show you they're intentionally doing it. And she's the face of it. She reads the script. She's going to say it out loud. And she's not going to do anything about it. Not going to fight ESPN on this. She's not going to tell them hey, I don't want to change my script. I'm saying the same things over and over. This is not going to look good for me because people are probably going to put two and two together, knowing the history that I have currently at this network.
We'd be remiss not to also mention that Missoula was arrested twice at West Virginia, once in 2008 for underage drinking and aggravated assault. He pled guilty, paid a fine, and then again in 2009 for domestic battery after an incident at Morgantown Bar. The domestic battery case never went to trial. It was settled in August of 2009. He paid a $100 fine and court costs, plus had to do 40 hours of community service. Now, that was 13 years ago. He settled and paid both fines.
Oh man, Malika, Malika. I said Malika, Malika. Hey, boo boo, you should have stayed quiet. When you spoke about all the other black players, when you got backlash from talking about that young brother doing the draft, in his shining moment, you brought up a situation. This ain't have nothing to do with this young man. He wasn't guilty of anything. But yet and still, you brought that up during his draft moment. And guess what you said happened? Guess why you said you did it, ma'am? You said, I did it because I was doing my job. The bosses told me to do it. Remember you said that? And remember when I first came to the internet, I said, y'all some script reading. I won't say that because you're a female and I don't want them to think I'm saying that because you're a female. But I said that y'all are some script reading B words, and I was talking to men.
But obviously we know Malika Andrews loves doing it because she's done it time and time again, and she will continue to do it, man. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you guys like videos like this, be sure to hit that like button. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.
Renee, with all due respect, this is not about pointing the finger. Stop. The fact that it was able to go on all day, the fact that we are sitting here debating whether somebody else should have been suspended or not, we are not here, Stephen A., to further blame women. That is not why we are here.
When they asked, is anybody else going to be punished? And they said no. And my whole thing is this, right? These are some of the facts that have been out. These are some facts that I know that, you know, this relationship, one of these relationships that was had with Ime Udoka and one of these women, it was consensual, meaning that this woman actually played a part in it too. So my thing is, yes, Ime Udoka was wrong. We get that. His punishment, he deserved that, and whatever else follows, I hate it for him, but he put himself in this position. But why are the other people getting left off the hook?
Well,
that's the
Kendrick,
problem that I have right now.
Kendrick,
Everybody got to be held accountable.
I think that we need to circle back to what Shanae said.